Bismillah. Peace and blessings. I got started a little early, a couple of minutes. Let's wait for people to arrive a bit. I see there's one person here. Greetings. It's very warm where I am in Georgia. I think it got to 90 earlier today. I see people are starting to come in. Peace, peace. Welcome. I've got a little bee friend over here. Everything is starting to bloom more and more, so I've been seeing a lot more bees and butterflies. How's everybody doing? I pray that everyone can feel a sense of peace and contentment, even though, you know, there's so much going on globally. Israel Dejene says, "Hi Zodi, it's really good to see you online. I'm a huge fan of you from Addis Ababa." Hi, thank you for tuning in all the way from Ethiopia. I really appreciate it. So a little earlier I made a post on Instagram as well as on YouTube in my story, just to get a feel for what y'all might want to be talking about or discussing during this time. Minas Zerai is in the building, says Zo, peace. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in. But as I was saying, so, you know, I wanted to get a feel for what you all may want to, you know, discuss or what questions you might have. Zabib, that dweeb Zabib is here, sending me lots of hearts. Love. Addis Daily says, "Dear Zodi, greetings. So good to be with you all." So, oh, Thad 2323 says, "My favorite day of the week." Yes, it's becoming my favorite day of the week too, honestly. I really look forward to this. I really do. I love connecting with you all. I love holding space and sharing this time for good things, you know? Addis Daily asks, "What are we discussing today?" Well, we're discussing whatever it is that you would like to. And that's what I was saying a little before. I put up some posts asking what questions people may have that you would like me to address, or you know, or topics you'd like me to speak on. And a sister asked the question, "What do you do for self-care?" And I thought that was a really important question, especially during this time where there's a lot of triggers and a lot of things that cause tension and anxiety and stress. So personally, to me, what self-care is doing things that shows yourself that you care about yourself and helps you to maintain a peaceful state of mind. You know, some people like to take baths, and that's great. I would like to do that more often, put the effort into taking baths with the essential oils and the salts and all that kind of stuff. The last time I took a self-care bath was in April, and it was just so rejuvenating and it helped me to feel so in love with myself. But so this is what I like to do that helps me to maintain a state of peace, mentally and emotionally, and to attain or obtain that state if I've kind of fallen off by being overwhelmed by what's going on in the world. So first thing is first, in the morning when I wake up, I immediately thank God. Like as soon as I wake up, before I even get up and actually like make a prayer or perform a prayer, I'm still in the bed and I'm, opening my eyes, and I thank God. I'm just so thankful to be alive, to be awake, and I consciously say thank you intentionally. And then I start to think about other things that I'm just appreciative of, even little things like, wow, I appreciate that I got that rest last night, and I appreciate how comfortable my bed is. Now, sometimes if you're not careful, you may fall back asleep, and if that is not something you'd like to do, then I recommend sitting up in the bed and doing it. So you're still in a relaxed state, but you're more likely to stay awake. So, just appreciating little things, appreciating the space that you have to live in, the shelter, the food, the good people in your life. So that really helps to like set the tone for the day. And right then and there, I could either go into meditation, or I can go get ready for prayer, and after prayer go into meditation. Either one works for me. You can figure out what works best for you, how you're more likely to get into a meditative state. But gratitude first thing in the morning, and prayer and meditation, those things really help. Those are like key self-care things that I do that really help me to stay grounded and uplifted. And something I want to say, especially with what's going on in the world, with the riots and even with the pandemic stuff, you really want to mind what you're taking in. So if it becomes too much, if you're becoming overwhelmed by information overload, you need to unplug. You need to get off social media, take a break, put your phone down, because that can really impact your mental health and your emotional state, especially if you're a sensitive person, but even if you're not, because with all that's going on right now, it can affect anyone because it just seems so chaotic and there's just so much going on. So I would say that is a great self-care tip. Unplug. Get out in nature if you can. Get into gardening. Gardening has been such a lifesaver, I would say. I spend a lot of time gardening and I feel so connected to the earth, and it helps me to be very relaxed most of the time. Okay, I've been seeing some things that people are saying. Brittany Carlton says, Zodi baby, how are you? I am well, by the grace of God. Thank you for asking. How are you? Minas says self-care baths. Yeah, just taking a bath to relax and rejuvenate yourself. You know, I like to take a bath after showering so that I'm already clean. Then, sorry y'all, that's a helicopter. But yeah, and put some essential oils in there to help with aromatherapy, get those relaxing vibes. If you're into candles, you can light candles, get that dim, really relaxing lighting going. Spiritual Thing says, I love you, been watching you for years. I love you too. Thank you for continuing to watch. And there's more to come, and I'm really excited and eager to see what more is coming. Sailor for Life Bestie says, finally made it. Yay! Welcome. Adis Daily says, Zodi, I know you on YouTube a long time ago, like 10 years. When I know you then, you were doing a lot of covers with your amazing voices. You were also, and I didn't see you on YouTube for a long time. Yeah, I was kind of like sort of on a YouTube hiatus just because a lot of things were happening with my career where I didn't have the time to really get on YouTube as much. And then I decided that I wanted to shift gears. I love to sing, I will always sing, and I'm still, you know, working on doing musical things. But as far as covers goes, that's just not my focus and that's not my desire. I want to do more original things and more creative things. So while I will do covers from time to time, I would prefer to focus more on creating original music and getting that ready to give to you all. Let's see. Thad says, nothing wrong with a little peace of mind. Oh, nothing wrong with that at all. We need it, you know? People out here losing their minds. People out here don't have any peace. And that's just not how to live. That's just no way to live, really. Chibueze Ibida says, hello, Queen. Any music? Music when you bathe, I mean. Yeah, you know, I like to listen to... I like to listen to, like, frequencies. Things that I listen to while I meditate, as well as sometimes when I'm sleeping. I like to listen to solfeggio frequencies, so 528 hertz, 432 hertz, 147 hertz. There are 9 main solfeggio frequencies. Also isochronic tones. Not so much binaural beats because those are more effective with headphones, and I'm not wearing headphones in the bath. Let's see. Lux Ramu says, I'm so happy to have you, my dear sister. Blessed from Allah. I'm happy to have you here with me. Praise be to Allah. That one Mel says, is there a reason you don't wear your hair down anymore? I was just watching your cover of So Into You by Tamia and loved it. Everything was hella nostalgic. LOL. Yes, actually, since converting to Islam, I have chosen to cover my hair. And personally, I did it for my own reason and my own understanding of why we cover in Islam. And I want to say, for a long time, my hair was such a focal point. Oh boy. Technology sometimes you just can't take all of that. But anyway, I'm here just saying, what were we talking about? Oh, check out my bookshelf. Isn't that cool? I just got that. All right. Hold on, let me position myself and get comfortable. I apologize for that little interruption. Sometimes technology just, you know, has little mishaps. Gosh. This is a little frustrating. I apologize once again. I don't know why. Peace, everyone. Okay, are we back live right now? It looks like we're live. My goodness. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying now. Are we back? I want to see somebody say something so that I know that we're back live and everything is working. Like, I see my timer going. Oh, all right. Dallas Kid 100 in the building. Awesome, awesome. So, was having little technical difficulties, either because it's still glitching. Well, it, between two things. One, my phone was getting hot outside and that was causing it to like mess up. And two, I don't have Wi-Fi right now, so we're using my phone. Not that great. But you know, we're gonna make it work, okay? It is pretty hot, so I really cute top. I really like I really like dressing up. Even if I'm not going to see anyone, if I'm staying home, I like to dress up and feel pretty. That does wonders for my well-being, my emotional and mental state. So putting effort into your appearance is definitely a form of self-care. And for other people, not caring like could be self-care as well. Like if you just want to be loungy and like not do anything with your hair or whatever, I could see how that could be self-care-ish. It's like I like, even when I'm cozy at home and like sweats and stuff, I like to be cute in that. I like to be coordinated with everything. And for me, that is self-care. Um, but I was saying about covering my hair. My hair used to be a big focal point in my career as a person. And honestly, it did become somewhat of a nuisance, how much people, but I don't want people to focus so much on that, as well as knowing that hair is an adornment, and in Islam we cover our adornments, which are things that do attract attention and the male gaze, the gaze of the opposite sex, and that sort of thing. You can't tell me that hair is not a sexy thing, because when you look at these shampoo commercials and these other hair product commercials and the way the hair is like, whoo, 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 okay, that is sexy. And I know that my hair is attractive. And so I keep it covered and I'm less appealing in that way. Woman, I don't desire to inspire lust in the hearts of men. That's not what, I don't want that. You know, sometimes you can't help it if people find you attractive, and that's fine. You know, I think that I look good, but my intention is not to make people want me in a sexual way. So I'll say that. Chibueze. Oh, thanks for pronouncing my name perfectly. Pleasantly surprised. Things correctly. I think I'm pretty good with language, especially if I have a chance to hear it. Um, yeah, so I'm thankful that I said it correctly. Minas says, yes, I really believe you work on an original album. Just do your thing. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you. Jamond GH says, hey, Zozo. Hi. I prefer that you spell it like that, Z-E-W. All right. Addis Daily, personal question. Do you have a boyfriend? I do not. I do not, but I'm not looking for a boyfriend, so. YouTube Live, way more dependable than Zoom. You know, I will. I'm gonna look into that. Crowdcast. So this is like a third-party app that you can use with YouTube, is what you're saying? Because that's what I've been looking into. Uh, um, eventually, I do want to add a guest, like if I want to have is a Beeb on my live or a person. I think it's Zoe for years. Do I get a pass or should I correct the spelling? You're fine. I mean, hey, that's my biological sister. That's my sister, so she can do that. Okay, Dallas Kid 100. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Crowdcast. Thank you so much for that recommendation. That says Zabib sometimes get passed for stuff like that. Yeah, she can. I mean, you know, it's just family things. It's just different, you know? Uh, so So what's on everyone's minds at this time? Does anyone have any questions for me or topics that you would like for me to touch on or discuss or give my perspective on? Um, you know, the thing that I'm thinking about right now is um Jaman GH says, "Hey sister," to that Doobsabee. I really just want to encourage everyone to do your best to think positively, regardless of what's happening. I really want to encourage you to do that, because I know that things may look grim and hopeless in some cases, and very, chaotic and uncertain, and it's one thing after another. But our thoughts are very powerful. And if we really come into the knowledge and the understanding and the realization of how powerful our thoughts are, then we would be more intentional and careful and mindful. It's not because of the injustices that Black people in particular have faced since being brought to this country. It's so natural to be upset, to be sad, to be angry, to be hurt. But we should do our best not to allow those feelings to of inactivity or going backwards. It's not just them. It's choppy for you guys right now. You know what? That sucks. I think it's really because my phone is actually still hot. I'm sorry, you guys. If this thing does this again, are you guys here? Oh my god. This is so wild. Okay, I'm going to work on my connection and stuff in the future, but I'm literally, yes, in the freezer trying to make things work because my phone is tripping. But God willing, I'm gonna get Wi-Fi soon and figure out a way for my phone not to overheat. It's not really a matter of restarting my phone, because my phone just got hot from being outside, and it just got hot, like the sun was beaming on it. Okay, well, I'm not gonna leave the kitchen because I feel like, I don't know, it might happen again. What is needed for Wi-Fi? What is needed? I mean, I just need to. Michael says you're too hot for the phone. Woo! A router, yeah. I had one at one point, and then things happened, and I wasn't really able to afford Wi-Fi. Now I think I could manage it, but I'm working on some things, for my financial stability. But yeah, I think that I'll be able to manage it and get some Wi-Fi. If you guys have recommendations of companies, I would appreciate that. I used to have Xfinity, and they were cool, but I don't know if they were the best. So if y'all have some Wi-Fi recommendations, I would greatly appreciate that. Zewdy Studios, oh yeah, Zewdy Studios is in the works. I do intend to get some equipment so that I can do things right out of my home. There's this piece of, there are Wi-Fi limitations based on where you live. FYI. Limitations? Oh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know if there are limitations here. I'm not sure. But, you know, at one point, people were coming around like trying to sell me Wi-Fi. This was like a couple years ago. And while I had Xfinity, they were trying to get me to get, I think, AT&T. Live from NYC is in the building. So I guess I'll do some research. I'm in the Georgia, Atlanta area, so I'll see what kind of internet works best in this region. But yeah, so for all you music people who record, there is this thing, this I guess attachment that you put on a mic stand, and it like goes around it. So you don't need a booth necessarily to record, and it helps to like soundproof the area. I forget what that thing is called, but it's something. So I want to get one of those. Not a pop filter. I feel like the pop filter is the thing that you put in front of the microphone, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a thing that like goes around, and it's like, you know, like when you're in a studio and the walls are made of that foamy stuff. That's what I'm thinking of. It's like a thing that has that foamy stuff, but it just goes around and it attaches to the mic stand, and it's in front of the mic or in back. So the pop filter is here, and then the mic thing, I forget the name of it, but I want to get one of those things. I intend to get that so that I can record in the comfort of my own home. I definitely want to have like a legit professional studio set up in my home as much as I can. You know, make it real. Make it real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Beeb microphone isolation shield. That, I want one of those. I'm gonna get one of those. One of those is on the way into my life. It's coming. It's coming. I feel it. So yeah. Whew. Okay, I'm glad that we're working right now. I pray that my phone continues to work with us. So where were we, everyone? Where were we? How are you all doing? How is your spirit? How is your mind? Try to set my phone down somewhere. You know, I feel like I need to stay close to the refrigerator, because if my phone starts to get hot again, I'm gonna have to get in there. I see more people joining. Jay Shay. Yes, the BB, you were right. And I had done that a little earlier too. Like when the phone first started acting crazy, I put it in the freezer. Zabib is a genius, for those of you who are unaware. Yes. Um, what else did I want to say to you all? Yeah, the importance of positive thinking and knowing that our thoughts are very powerful. So we got to do our best to keep our minds open to the positive possibilities and potentialities in life. And oh, yeah. So I was basically saying our pain and our anger and all of these things are justified. We're justified in feeling those things due to the injustice of white supremacy that has been happening for centuries. But let us use our pain to inspire us to make change. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that 100% dissatisfaction brings about a complete change. So when you think about what's going on around the world, people are dissatisfied everywhere. There are uprisings everywhere. So people are feeling it. People are so tired of the reality in which we live right now because white supremacy is a global issue. It's not just in America. It's not just in South America. It's everywhere. Darker people on the planet suffer under white supremacy everywhere, even where white people aren't necessarily the ones running the country. But with that lighter and darker dynamic, people are still suffering. So it's time. It's time. It's time for a change. It's time for freedom, justice, and equality for the darker people of the planet. And talking about letting our pain inspire us, I've heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say that pain is the mother of creativity. I think that's such a profound statement. So we can use our pain along with our deep desire for true freedom on this planet to inspire us to create and innovate a new reality, a new world. You know, like I said, we're hurt, we're angry, some of us are feeling down, but let us not be hopeless. Let us be hopeful that we can really make a change. We can really come together in unity with our collective desire for change, our collective desire for freedom and for a new reality, and using our individual talents, skills, abilities, ideas, bringing them to the table, coming together and manifesting those things into this reality. We can really do it. We can do that. Do you believe that? I want to know. I want you guys to answer me. I would like to know. Do you believe that our thoughts shape reality? Yes, I'm seeing some yeses. Yes, Majorly Detailed says, yes, I believe that we're so much more powerful than we realize. Thad says, if we're on the right page, yes, 100% says Dallas Kid 100. Yeah, Sailor for Life, bestie. That's what I'm talking about. D Love says, yes, 100%. Live from NYC says, I don't know, but thoughts can shape oneself. And you know what? That's where it starts. I'm glad that you said that. It really starts with self. They affect how we perceive our reality, says Anjane Bowens. Jamond GH says, a great change is coming. It's coming. I mean, it's damn near here. But we really have to know, right, what we truly believe in our hearts will manifest as reality, says John Jacob Smith. It's true. We have to know and believe deep within us that we have the power to change our reality with our thoughts and with our organized unity. And that is what we need the most. We really need to be organized and we really need unity. If we really want to see a new world, built on righteousness, peace, and love, and all that good stuff, then all the people that have that same desire and common goal need to come together and be organized about going about it. That's what we need to do. So, yeah, I don't intend, let's see. Majorly Detailed says, don't want to throw off topic. Can I ask a question? Is your PayPal under your first and last name? We gotta bless and support our people right now, if and however we can. Yes. Oh, thank you so much. That it is under my first and last name. My PayPal is, oh my gosh, paypal.me/Zewdy. Oh my gosh. I know it's my email address, so zodiac@gmail.com. If you would like to donate to my PayPal, I would truly appreciate that. I know it's in the description of this video, which I can't see right now, but I really appreciate you bringing that to light, because it's true for, I guess, for those of us especially who are, you know, content creators, those who would consider themselves influencers, and who are really trying to innovate new ways of being and expressing themselves, and sharing these kind of things, these ideas with their viewers. You know, those of us who are not dependent on the system, so to speak. I really appreciate that thought. So definitely find your Black creators and businesses to support. If you'd like to support me, I would really appreciate that. But there are a lot of people out here that need support as well. And that's another thing. It's really important to support Black-owned businesses. That's something I've been about for years. But at this time now, if we really want to separate from a system, you know, come out of her, my people, that's how you start first. You start economically and get the dollar circulating within the community. Dallas Kid 100 says, Yo, Z, do you have an Amazon wish list? I do. I do. Ugh, I didn't post it in my description. Oh gosh. Okay, after this video, I'll put it in my description. If anybody's interested in looking at that, I really appreciate it. Because I think I do have like some studio stuff on there. Oh, thank you so much, D Nickel 01. Keep the dream going, sister. I will, and I pray that me keeping my dream going inspires those of you who are viewing and listening to keep your dreams going as well. Anjanae Bowens asked, do you have a Cash App or Venmo? I do. I do. Thank you. My Cash App is $ZEWDY, and my Venmo is ZEWDYA, I think. It's in the description of this video if you can see that. It's at the bottom of the description. Bladius2121 says, do you still sing? I do. In fact, at the end of these lives, I sing one or two songs, you know, just to keep the spirits high, and leave the live on a high note. You got that. Woo. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. I'm hot in this kitchen and I ain't even cooking nothing. It's hard to believe sometimes. It's easy to become pessimistic. Redirecting one's heart and mind is a daily challenge. I heard someone say that spreading love is like trying to empty the ocean with a ladle. You know, I can understand that it's easy to become pessimistic during these times, because when you look at the world around us, you see so much negativity. You see so many people in despair, and you see tragedies and calamities and things like that. So, you know, many of us are aware of that reality. But I think the key to not allowing it to to make you pessimistic is to not focus on that. I'm not saying ignore it. Ignoring it is not the solution. It's more like focus on what you want to see. What do you want to see in this world? What is the change that you want to help bring into existence? What is it that you want? Because clearly what we see in this world is what we don't want, right? That's what we don't want. So don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you want to see, what you want to bring. And that will help to keep you inspired, encouraged, enthusiastic, and even eager. Like, I'm a very sensitive person, and this is something I think is really important for people to hear during these times. I'm a very sensitive person, and one that people would consider an empath. So it's very easy for me to take in, to internalize what's going on around me, the problems of people close to me, that sort of thing. But while that is an indication of compassion, it doesn't serve any of us. It doesn't serve the problems, it doesn't serve the people going through the things, and it definitely doesn't serve yourself, because essentially it's bringing yourself down. So you can be compassionate in another way. You can be compassionate while protecting your energy, and instead of allowing yourself to be brought down by the different problems that you observe, really focus on what you want to see. So even if it comes to a person that you're close with that may be going through something, do what you can to be a light for that person. So when you happen to be around that person and they may be going through something, be someone to offer encouragement, someone who can help uplift them instead of allowing them to bring you down to their level. Not that they intentionally do it, but that is oftentimes what happens. And when people are in a negative state of mind, it's very hard to come out of it. It takes time. It takes practicing thinking better thoughts, because you've been thinking negatively for so long. It takes time to get the higher minded thoughts programmed into your thinking. So, there's so much going on in this world, and if I would allow it to affect me, as sensitive as I am, then I would be paralyzed. I would be feeling hopeless and not thinking I could do anything about it. I would look at it and feel so small. But instead, the way that I observe the reality around is I focus more on the desires I have for change, the desires I have to see something new. So, there's all kinds of things that could easily make you feel pessimistic, but you have to shift your focus onto what it is that you want to see, and know that, yeah, I am just one person, but one person can be a spark. They can be a spark that lights other people, and everyone with their collective sparks can really set this thing ablaze. No pun intended. I don't mean a literal fire, but I mean, I know that's happening in some places, but you can really cause a change. Thank you, Kristen Leanne. I see that you sent me money on PayPal. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so, I think that you have come to the right place, John Jacob Smith, because this is the place that we come to encourage one another, to inspire one another, to uplift one another, and to help promote positive thinking despite the chaos, despite the negativity. We don't want to come here and dwell in that, because we know what's going on in the world, and that doesn't help anyone to just dwell in it, you know, to mope and stuff. I want to inspire people to help us pull ourselves up and know that we can really make a difference. It might sound cliche, it might sound um, unrealistic to some, but says who? Like, everything that we see in existence, think about that anything that has been invented. At one point, it didn't exist. So someone might have a concept about a cell phone or a computer or even a car, anything. At one point, these things didn't exist, and someone was conceptualizing, I'm gonna make this thing that moves and will take me from here to there. And some people might think that's impossible or that's just a fairy tale. But it's really, anything is possible. Man, God destroyed the impossible when he created the universe. And it's just, the possibilities are literally endless, because this universe is ever expanding, and that means there's always new things coming into existence. So we, in our minds, are the microcosm of the macrocosm of the universe. We can create a new world. We can really do that. I really want you guys to know it. I want you guys to feel it, believe it. Majorly Detailed says, Zodi, you are a naturally upbeat, cheerful person. Or are you a naturally upbeat, cheerful person? If so, I think that's a gift. Thank you so much. I would say that I am. My general disposition is cheerful, upbeat, happy, and honestly, I pray that for all of you to have that within you, because our nature is righteousness. Our nature is peace. That is us in our natural state. And oftentimes, our righteous nature is buried under the circumstances of our lives. Now, when you think about that quote, which I got from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, when you think about our righteous nature is often buried under the circumstances of our lives, think about all of the things that are happening in the world. Think about, wickedness that takes place. Although the nature of our people is righteousness, but there's so much wickedness happening, even in our own communities. It's because the circumstances of our lives oftentimes just throws us off balance and causes us not to be in alignment with who we truly are. And we are descendants of the originator. So we are so much more powerful. We're so much more than we know. And when we come into the knowledge of who we truly are, man, that's going to be a beautiful day. Let's see. D Love says, you are so right. Rashonda says, amen. That one, Mel, says, you really have a beautiful heart. You're super positive and uplifting. Thank you. That's why I come here. I know that God gave me a gift. It gave me multiple gifts, but I know that my voice is one of them, and I intend to use it in multiple ways. So if I can inspire a few people, I believe I'm on the right track, and I'm really thankful that you're receiving me in the way that you are, because this is my intention. Israel says, I think that's something you learn through a process. What specifically are you referring to, learning through a process? John Jacob Smith says, Zodi seems absolutely sweet, but I also get the vibe that she doesn't play the radio. Play the radio, do you mean as in like listening to what's going on in the world on the radio? Because I do listen to the radio. I listen to NPR more than I actually listen to music, because I do like to stay informed with what's going on and what's being said. Oh, play no games? Oh, I thought you literally meant the radio. I'm sorry. That was funny. You're right, though. You're right. I don't play no games. I'm a playful person. I like to have fun. That's very important to me. It's very important for me to have fun. I want to say that's a self-care thing too. I find something every day that gives me joy. But when it comes to things that I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't tolerate, just foolishness. Okay? So I'm going to say that. Thank you for saying that. I don't play the radio. I don't play no games because I don't. Okay? And some of you have witnessed that when people come on here talking some mess, trying to try me. I don't play no games. Okay? That one, Mel says, also, what is your zodiac sign? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the three main ones that people focus on, which is sun, moon, and rising. I'm a Cancer sun, Scorpio moon, Taurus rising. But there's some other things in there in the chart with the planets and stuff. But I don't necessarily feel limited to what the signs supposedly dictate. I think that we can all transcend those characteristics if we want to, because we're limitless beings as descendants of the originator of the heavens and the earth. The originator of the heavens and the earth was here before the sun, moon, stars, and all the planets. So if we come from that, then we don't have to abide by those things. I can see how they can be helpful in some ways if people want to understand why they have certain inclinations towards things, and there may be some accuracy in the zodiac, but I don't put my faith in it. I think it's a fun thing to look at, but I don't put my faith in the zodiac. I put my faith in God and in myself. Thad says I'm a witness. Yeah, I really don't play. People come on here trying to start trouble. You gonna hear it. Yeah. Majorly Detailed says, because we can tell you are a sensing person, what is the first thing you notice about someone when you first meet them? Like personality wise. I would say it's probably different for each person. But I would say maybe it's their sense of security, I guess, sometimes. Just like observing body language and facial expressions and that sort of thing. I think I can get an idea of their sense of like security or confidence, that sort of thing. Maybe. But as far as like a physical thing, I probably notice eyes first, but I don't stare into people's eyes, especially as a Muslim woman. We don't do that. I avert my gaze because the eyes are very powerful, and sometimes you can give people the wrong idea, especially if you have very expressive eyes, which I've been told I do. So I try to be very careful. John Jacob Smith says, we are the image of God. We are gods. We are. People think that it's blasphemous, but if you read your Bible, it says that ye are all gods, children of the Most High God. It's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. So if you're a Christian and you think that that's blasphemous or that's wrong, well, then what is that saying? What is that saying in your book? And in the Quran, it says that we are of the essence of God. We were made from a single essence, and he made the mate of that same essence. We are made from the essence of God. We are his vicegerent on this planet. So it's not saying that we are the supreme being. That's not at all what we're saying. So yeah, it's something that has been kept from us, this knowledge, this truth, because if we really knew this about ourselves, if we knew that we had the potential to be gods on earth, to be the lord of our worlds and the creators of our reality, we would be so much more powerful, because we would move with so much more intention and purpose and understanding of who we are. And we would be doing so much more than what we're doing right now, I'll tell you that much. But the powers that be do not want us to know. They don't want us to know our power. And so they've kept that from us. They've kept us in a state of servitude, in a state of lowliness and unworthiness, making us feel like we ain't shit. And that's not the purpose of religion. That's not the true purpose of religion. But that's what we've been taught. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that you guys understand. I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from when I say what I say. We have so much more. We're so much more than what we've been taught. And the best thing that we can do now is to seek knowledge. Seek knowledge of God and knowledge of self, which is one and the same, if you but knew. Yeah. We were meant to be powerful beings on this planet. We were meant to take care of this earth and be creators, be innovators, be lords, maintainers, sustainers on this planet. Zabib, love you, homie. Gotta go see a man about a kitten now. Cyrus, love you. Love you too, my sister. Dallas Kid 100 says, favorite Bob Proctor quote, "We are God's highest form of creation." We are. Some people think that that is wrong, or that is saying that we are, like we think so much of ourselves in relation to other creatures. But, I mean, look at us. Look at the rest of creation. Now, the one thing I will say about creation, other animals and plants and nature, is that the thing that they have on us right now is that they are in their nature. They are abiding by natural, universal, divine law. And we, as humans, have fallen from that. And so we're not at our potential. We're not operating in the way that we should. But we are God's highest form of creation, because we were literally made in his image and his likeness. So if not only we were in his image, but in his likeness, in our conduct, in the way that we live our lives and develop ourselves, then what we could do, what we could be, would be at such a higher level than where we're at right now. So it's not to put us inordinately higher than the other creatures, but that's our place. We are God's vicegerent on this planet. We are the ones who are in God's place, and we are the ones who are supposed to be taking care of this planet, which we own. But we don't know who we are. So it's been about an hour, which is my time on here, but it's about that time that I will sing a song for you all. And it's our garden. That's so true. I wanted to show you guys my garden, but I don't want my phone to start acting crazy. But some more flowers have started to bloom, and I'm really excited about it. Jamond GH says, Alicia Keys' Unthinkable introduced me to you. I was hooked from the start. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad that my vocals lured you in, and now you're getting more acquainted with the mind of Zewdy in Zewdy's Zen Zone. Sing some Her. Her. I'm trying to see what song I know enough of to sing. I know Focus. Would you guys like to hear me sing Focus? Are you all here? Hello? I don't see anybody. Oh, okay, you're still here. All right, cool. All right. Hands in the soap, at the faucets running, and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone, or you're stuck in your zone, and you don't have a clue, but I don't want to give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately, I've been a little fed up. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Me, can you focus on me? Oh yeah, baby, can you focus on me? Well, I pray that you all enjoyed. I'm trying to see if I could get Jasper, my cat, in the camera before I go, but I don't know where he is. Thank you so much, you all. Where is he? I just want to show you him. For those of you, some of you have seen Jasper in past Zen Zone episodes. Thank you, Majorly Detailed. I pray you have a wonderful rest of your night as well. I have an online meeting I have to attend in a couple of hours. Oh, I'll show you this, y'all. I don't have any dogs, no. Look at this little pineapple I'm growing. Isn't it so cute? Hello, little pineapple. I don't live in a tropical place, so that thing has been growing for 5 years. It started off as just the top of a pineapple that I had eaten, and now it's like a real pineapple. It's started to grow. So I have some aloe back here, and anybody recognize these? I don't know if you guys plant things. It's not a struggle pineapple. It's a baby pineapple. These are tomato plants. Don't be hating on my little pineapple, okay? It's a baby. It's a baby, and it's going to be a real live big pineapple one day, and I'm going to eat it and enjoy it and then regrow it again for 5 years. Look at this though. I got this echinacea right here. It's almost as tall as me. You see this? This is like like a foot shorter than me. Why doesn't my cat have an Ethiopian Eritrean name? Why does it need an Ethiopian Eritrean name? I can name it what I want to name it. Okay. This right here is lemon balm, which is in the mint family. And this right here is tenadam or rue. It's been blooming. Thank you, Majorly Detailed. I like the name Jasper too. This is a sunflower, but there's no flower yet. I've got some thyme right here. A bunch of flowers, rows of flowers. And this one is really pretty. This is my first year growing this. This is Barrage Plant, also known as bee plant. It's so pretty. Zinnias. Oh, I forgot to get the names of these. I have them in a plant identification app. Purple basil coming through. Aren't they so cute? A tiny lemon tree. Butterfly plant. Lace cap hydrangea. Gerbera daisies, the yellow kind, orange, red. I forget the name of this. I gotta ask my mom. I think it's a kind of lily, but it's so beautiful. Catmint, Jasper's favorite. This is a mango, little mango tree. My moringa, stenopetala, and really gardening is something that really gives me a lot of peace and joy. It's just, I love it so much. I think it's one of my biggest self-care things that I do. Mangoes are the fruit from heaven, for real, for real. Hey, fruit in general is nature's candy. Like, who invented candy? Because candy is such a, it's just so bad for you. And it's like we have all these beautiful fruits that are sweet and tasty and good for you. Somebody had to go and make candy with this artificial addictive sugar and all that kind of stuff. Got us suffering out here when we have fruit. Okay, y'all, that's my time. If you'd like to keep in touch with me outside of YouTube, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My usernames on there is @Zewdy, Zewdy, and I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/Zodiac. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy and your presence. I don't take it for granted at all. I pray that all of you who were here benefited some way, somehow from our conversation. Live from NYC says, till next Wednesday. Well, if you want to communicate with me, I'm giving you other ways. If you use social media. If not, then yeah, till next Wednesday. I pray that everyone enjoys the rest of their night. And oh, you missed the singing? Bye-bye, stay safe, shalom, shalom, salam, peace. Oh well, they have the nerve to make fruit flavored candy. I know, so sad. I got me some tea. I'm gonna enjoy my tea and the rest of my night. Have a productive evening. Thanks much for having a time with us. Thank you. I really appreciate it, because you could be doing other things, but you're here with me and it means a lot to me. So until next week, I love you. Peace.